created a big organizational change about a year ago and created startups within Bom Negocio. Ever since, we've been trying to expose them much more to Lean startup principles and to the concept of validating ideas with users and not with their bosses.
Bom Negocio is a very innovative company, and what we're trying to help them to do is to have a good process that they can follow.
We're going to try to teach them to learn about their customers in a different way, and also to understand them deeply.
And that might mean focusing on customer problems, challenges that they're experiencing, and then being bold to come up with new solutions or ideas to solve those challenges that the customer is facing, and then follow a systematic process for taking those ideas that would be valuable to a customer and actually testing them from a business perspective.
So over the next 2 days, teams actually come into the session with an idea that they want to work on, a way that they want to make Bom Negocio better. We help them to transform that idea into a series of experiments that they'll go run with real customers.
Get them to have an experimental mindset.
Hopefully it leads to either a winning idea or enough evidence that we should stop this idea.
This is not something I'm used to, especially the part of interaction with strange people, but I think this is much important because they are our users.
Now we're gonna go to the street to interview people about the new tests we're going to do.
When you go out and you talk to people, you end up finding out interesting things and also make new discoveries that you haven't imagined. So you end up challenging yourself. I think it's pretty interesting and fun.
They'll run about 3 experiments over the course of the 2 days, and at the end of it, they'll present what they learned throughout the process.
It's very intense. You have to do a lot of things, and all the time is very short.
30 minutes ago, we decided to change our customer, our problem, our solution. That's what we will start to work now.
You're still getting no results, maybe it's the idea that's the problem, not the experiment, okay?
What I actually liked most about the winning team was they started off with a completely different idea. And then when they ran the initial tests for that idea, they found that it was actually simply not going to work.
And in the end, we didn't know what would be our second experiment. And we came up with a really good idea that was to do a real MVP.
They were actually able to test their full model, where they pretended to be a buyer, they found a real seller, and they actually pretended to come and pick up the item and deliver the item to the buyer. And so they completed the full cycle.
We can test really fast and get like real opinions in 15 minutes and 1 hour.
They just did such a great job of failing and then coming back and bouncing back in order to create a really great experiment.
The guys really committed to fully doing this for 2 days and trying to embrace the concept as much as they could.
They really developed their ideas and really tested them in the market, went out there to meet users and presented it in a very convincing way. So I was very impressed with that.
This is the first kickoff to something that we're going to start implementing and using more and more in our organization.
That really makes me believe that people will be able to use it in their day-to-day lives because they've really done it now. Very valuable to involve the entire team in this. I recommend also the other sites in Schibsted to look at this process and see whether you can bring your team through it. I'm very excited about it. It was a very good investment, I think, for our company.